Welcome back, guys. We have got a fun little episode that we're doing today. We're going to be doing Guess the Book based on their review. These review, which is going to be good. We pulled these reviews from Goodreads. Well, I pulled mine from Goodreads. I'm assuming you did as well.
Yeah.
And I had to make sure that before this, I had to make sure that I actually picked reviews for books that Sal had read because I forgot that's what we were doing.
Because I feel like yours are going to be hard for me.
I think mine are going to be hard as well.
Yeah.
I don't know why I did them really hard.
I was specifically thinking, I'm like, it's got to have like, you know, a couple of things in there that really narrow it down. You know what I mean? Like a certain you know, the setting is like this, or the four main characters are this or something.
Yeah, I don't have any of that. I'm just looking and I'm like, I think I picked these and thought I'm going to make these the hardest I can make them and see how well she knows her books. Because mine are a little hard. Imagine if you get them though.
Yeah.
Like imagine if you get them.
Yeah. Well, look, I have less books that I've read than you.
That's what I mean.
So I guess it's a smaller category for me to choose. So essentially every single one I have a 1 out of 25 chance of getting it
Whereas
right.
I have like a 1 out of, I don't know, like 140 of getting it right. So we'll see.
We'll see. All right. Who's going to kick it off?
I'm just trying to get comfy for this one. I think I'll go first.
Okay.
Because I think mine are harder. So,
all right. Well, to make this easier, so Tori and I have decided to make this easier for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Me.
I've also got, I suppose you can have your things up as well.
Yeah.
But I'm going to have my like list of books that I've read up on Goodreads so I can have a little skim.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to be skimming reviews, but I'm just going to like, here.
Yeah.
I won't look at it first.
Yeah.
I'll listen to the review and then see if I can get it.
Yeah.
But if I can't, my first clue will be able to like skim through my books, and then maybe you're going to have to narrow it down a little bit.
Do you know what we should do as well? We should go through all of the reviews, do you think? And then so I'll go through a review and you tell me what you think it is, and then I won't tell you whether you're right or wrong. And then I'll move to the next one, because then you could be like, oh no, I think that one is this book. Do you know what I mean? Or do you want to do it one by one?
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe we should... You know what? Let's just do it one by one, because I feel like we could get a little bit confused.
Yeah, if we go back.
Yeah, you're going to be like, hold on, what the fuck was the other one? Because I've got 5 as well. So I've got a couple.
All right.
Okay.
One by one.
All right. One by one. Good luck. Okay. So the first one is I'm conflicted, and I mostly have myself to blame for going into this book with extremely high expectations. Nonetheless, there were definitely some good bits and pieces, but the story as a whole didn't really draw me in until the 75% mark. The world building was easy to follow, but I found it to be lacking a bit simply because I wanted more. The world itself was very intriguing, but I feel like I only got bits and pieces of it. My biggest issue with this book was that it felt extremely slow. Not much at all happened in the first half, and I found myself bored and underwhelmed.
Is it a Spark of the Everflame?
It is.
Oh my God.
You got it. Wow. It is Spark of the Everflame.
Oh my God. Yeah. That makes me so happy. I think it's like the little underwhelmed because we both kind of felt that way, but then not getting intrigued until 75%.
Till like the last couple chapters or whatever.
Wow. All right. Okay.
See, you might not. Yeah, I reckon like most of them are like...
We're so surprised.
I'm like, Sally, well done. You know,
I'm really happy with
books.
that. Even if I get the rest wrong, I got the first right, so I'm happy.
Yeah, I feel like you'll be fine. I feel like you'll be fine.
Okay.
That was a good one. Well done. So you got 1 out of 5 so far.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's because the review as well, like essentially we're both related to that book
in the same way.
Yeah. And then that review kind of feels the way that we both felt. So.
Yeah, I think it's going to be hard if I or you read a review out and I'm thinking, oh, that was a really bad review. What books did I rate really poorly?
Yeah.
But that might not be the case. I might have rated the book really well or really positively. So I think that'll be a bit hard. But you go for the next one.
Okay. This one's a bit long. Anyways, we'll see how we go. This book is so different from any other fantasy book I have read. It completely sidesteps the chosen one narrative. Many fantasy books follow the theme of I must go on a magical quest to save insert subject with my slightly two-dimensional sidekicks onward. Book name is completely different. Everyone is important and everyone has a story. No one is perfect. In a weird way, this is one of the most realistic books I have ever read. I know that sounds dumb considering it takes place in a fictional world where magic is real, but I mean that the characters are so real. And these characters are an amazing example of no one is perfect. One more sentence. The characters vary ethnicities and sexualities, making the group feel even more real. They're human, just like us. This book makes exceptional characters of the unexceptional. No princesses and princes with grand fates for change. The characters in the world are dealt with the worst cards, that they are flawed and they work hard to survive. The world building also felt like it was based in real world places.
Six of Crows?
Yes.
I knew immediately when you said like one of the first lines.
Oh, really?
Read the thing again from the start.
Book is so different from other fantasy books I've read, completely sidesteps the chosen one narrative. Most fantasy books follow the theme of I must go on a magical quest to save, blah, 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 slightly two-dimensional. Everyone is important. Everyone has a story. No one is perfect.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
I was like, well, yeah, Six of Crows, 100%.
Oh my God, that's so good. I read it and I was like, I don't know if she's going to get it. So I added because there was another review that was talking about how the world building felt very London-esque and stuff. I'm not going to say that because it's too easy.
Yeah.
But the world building also felt like it was based
But
on
yeah,
real
I agree
places.
with all of that because that's so true because even the last sentence about felt like it was based on like a real sort of like real present time. I agree. Sometimes I'd be like, was this based, like what era is this based in? I felt with that book. But the characters, that review was very on point about the characters and the character development, everyone having their own story. Because I feel like when we've spoken about that book before, we've both said that one of our favorite parts of that book is the people.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And all the different characters.
I love the way like the first sentence says it completely sidesteps the chosen one narrative.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh my God, so true. Like,
Yeah.
I think the reason that I needed Haunting Adeline and the break between fantasy was because I'd read too many of the poor little girl turns into savior of the world, most powerful being too many times.
100%.
But Six of Crows is fantasy with none of that.
100%.
There's not even really like Kaz is kind of the main guy, but he's not necessarily just the only main character. It's not this one perspective of one character, female lead or male lead. It's like every single character is like a main character.
Yeah. Do you know what? I would love to read. I don't know if I've read another book similar to that. I feel like the vast majority of the fantasy books that I've read are very chosen one, female main lead and male like main character as well. I feel like I have not read another book that's similar to Six of Crows. I would love to. I would love to either do a TikTok search, Google search, recommendations, whatever, and we should read another book similar to that.
Let's do that maybe for the next book that we read. We'll try and find something that's like that. Because
similar
I think
vibes.
It's a refresher without needing that like outside of fantasy
100%
cleanser kind of thing.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do that.
Yeah, because that took me by surprise. I wasn't even supposed to read that, but we were in Bali and we couldn't find another book. And James, I chose that because I was like, I'm pretty sure you read it and liked it.
Yeah.
But wasn't top on my list, and then it's ended up being one of my favorites.
That's one of my top rated. One of my top rated books for sure.
Oh my God, bless. Okay, we're doing well.
Yay! We got 1-on-1 so far.
All right.
Okay, this is.
We're keeping score. We should keep score.
Yeah, I'm keeping score of you. What you're getting, you keep score of me.
Okay.
So you're so far 1 of 5.
Okay, you've got 5 reviews. I've only got 4, but maybe we should. Okay, whatever.
That's okay. This one's very, very short.
Oh, true.
Okay. This was the most boring, dumbest fucking shit I've ever read in my life. It actually made X look decent. So,
wait, which book is it? X is decent, or is it the review that the book isn't that I'm trying to guess?
So when they say it actually, I don't want to give too much away, but it actually made X look decent. They're talking about another book in the series.
Okay.
So this book was the most boring, dumbest fucking shit I've ever read in my life. It actually made previous book.
Oh, it's going to be fucking Glow of the Everflame.
No, it's not. No.
Oh, shit.
I wouldn't do two of the same.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought maybe you were trying to like do a trickster.
This one's controversial. Like I think you'll struggle to get this because you might not have the same view of the book.
Oh, okay. You're trying to trick me.
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe. Fuck. Okay.
Okay, so
I'm going to like the book then, because most of the books I wouldn't rate like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So think about, and it's a series. I've told you it's a series.
Yeah. You're going to throw shade on fucking ACOTAR.
No.
Oh, how many guesses do I get? Do I get 3 strikes and you're out?
Yeah, you get one more.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna
Have a look.
I'm having a
Have a look, please.
Okay.
Do your research. So it's not ACOTAR. It's not. I mean, to be fair,
it can't be fucking Throne of Glass because I just feel like no one can fucking throw shade of Throne of Glass like that.
yeah, this one's definitely, I think, going to be a little bit of a trick one.
Oh. Maybe. I'm just gonna fucking guess.
Go.
Is it Reckless?
No. No, you didn't get that one.
Fuck.
Do you want to know what it is?
Do you want to know what it is?
Onyx Storm.
I was tossing up between.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Because I can understand, like, our review wasn't that, obviously. But
Yeah.
I feel like Onyx Storm was, we were a bit more critical of that. And a lot of people were very critical of that book.
Yeah.
So I feel like.
Such a harsh judgment.
Well, that's what I mean. And I know that you would never, ever write anything like that or rate anything like that. So I was like, oh, fuck, she's going to struggle with this one.
Yeah.
And again, I don't agree with that review because this person rated it 1 star.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't agree with that. But if you read that to me, I think my mind would have gone to, but you haven't read this, the last Crescent City book, because that was very similar. People did not like that one.
Oh, okay.
And I also think if you look at all 3 books, there is a downhill for all 3 of them.
Yep.
Same with Onyx Storm.
Yep.
So my mind either would have gone to the Crescent City one, or it's easy for me to say the the Onyx Storm one.
It's so common, man, for like if it's a series of 3 or even just like a long-term series,
Yeah.
like even in shows that the 1 is the best, 2 is all right, 3 is kind of shit.
Except for Throne of Glass.
Throne of Glass is fucking epic. I said to James today, I was like, if you're going to read a book, like
Throne of
series that's like 8 books, like Harry Potter spec, incredible story, incredible plot, so in-depth, Throne of Glass.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's so not, it's minimal smart, if any, really.
Oh my God,
and
yeah.
like it's like a book.
Cuts off before the smart gets there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I turn the page and be like, what the fuck is the smart?
Yeah.
Like you talk about like entering into her and
Yeah.
then I'd be like, okay, what next? And then you turn, it's a new chapter.
Yeah.
I'm like, I mean, but I do love it for that reason.
Yeah.
But then I'd also be like,
It didn't need it. Just
Yeah.
gave you the teaser.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I was going to say, no one can, don't talk about my Throne of Glass like that.
But you will find people that do talk about Throne of Glass like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Going on to the next one. So it's my turn, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. My second one. Where are we? Okay, this is smaller. Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna skip one.
Wait, are these ones that you've read as well?
I've kind of like looked through your.
Okay, so ones that you haven't read as well. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So this book. Oh no, you know what? I have read these.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're in the same category.
Okay.
This book was porn. Like, honest to God, bodice ripping, hands on the headboard, bent over a desk porn. The author was like, yeah, I did enough of that plot thing in the first 3 books. Let's give the people what they want. Inserts all the sex scenes were too busy to have. This is a good thing, by the way. A very good thing. Woo. Someone threw some cold water over the author because she was on fire. Also, throw some cold water on character A and character B. Seriously, those 2 are like bunnies. Killer bunnies. Hot killer bunnies.
Okay, so there's some little hints that you've given me. So there's 4. This is the 4th book of the 3. You said there was 3 books before that, and then the first thing that comes to my mind with the headboard thing is fucking ACOTAR. Because Cassie, what book is it? What's the last one? Hold on, pause. I'm not good with the names for ACOTAR. There's a Court of Silver Flames. Oh, is it that one? Yeah, Court of Silver Flames.
Is that your first guess?
Hold on. I mean, should it be?
I don't know. You got to confirm. You got to confirm the guess.
Well, a Court of Silver Flames is the 4th one. What one's the 5th one again? Oh no, that is it. You got a Court of Thorns and Roses, a Court of Mist and Fury, a Court of Wings and Ruin, and then you've got that freaking little mini 4th one that was pointless.
Yeah.
And then you've got the fifth one, which is called, is it a Court of Silver Flames?
It is a Court of Silver Flames. You know what? I didn't think it was, when I'm writing, like, as I read that out, it's like, wow, this is way too obvious. The hands on the headboard, I didn't even think that that's such a, like,
that's what you know it for.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
that's why I was like, when I just read that, I was like, oh fuck, that's too obvious.
Yeah.
But still, I feel like it wasn't immediate to you, so that's good.
Well, yeah, I think it's a little bit easier for me because you've only read the 25 books and you've read this one. So I'm thinking, okay, what series? I know all the series that you've read.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what one has 4 books? And I'm like, Fearless doesn't, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Like, so, and Throne of Glass is not that saucy.
Making it too easy for you, gal.
I'm just too good. For someone that doesn't remember anything that happens in the books.
Yeah.
I'm sure good with the reviews.
Yeah. I imagine if I said this book was porn, that you would have immediately started thinking Haunting Adeline.
Yeah. I did. Yeah. That's what I started thinking. And then the headboard thing, I was like, oh, well, Sakata, obviously. Okay, my one?
Yeah.
Okay. Why did it take me so long to pick this up? What a ride. This was exactly what I needed and so much more. I'm tempted to give this a 4.75 star rating, but I want to mull it over a little bit longer. Edit. Further to the review. Who am I kidding? This deserved a full 5 stars. I was a little unsure about the pacing somewhere in the middle, but to be fair, it was due to some of the character development, but the characters were my favorite part. So who am I to resist a little extra time getting to know them? I'm trying to keep a straight face.
Oh God, fuck. It's not giving me much. It's giving me, we love the characters, bit of slow pacing in the middle, and 5 stars. So it's like, come on, bitch.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say, I'm just gonna have to fucking take a wild guess.
You got 3 guesses.
Can I
look at your books?
Look at my book?
Oh, of course.
Thank you.
This isn't a test.
This is an open book test.
Yeah, I'm like,
please.
Of course you can look at your material.
Okay, give me a clue. Is it in the middle of a series? Is it in the middle of a series? You know what? I'm just going to have to guess straight off the bat first.
Give me your first guess straight off the bat.
Okay. First guess, I'm going to say, I don't want to be wrong.
Okay, I'll give you a hint.
Throne of Glass.
No.
No. Damn it.
There's only 2 books.
Oh.
It's not a big series.
Six of Crows.
Yeah. I feel like I wanted to say we could do the same reviews, but I thought that would give it away.
Yeah.
I thought the character thing would be, because we were just talking about the character thing, but I feel like your brain might have went, oh, well, it wouldn't be Six of Crows because we just did that.
I just love so many characters.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like all the books I'm like,
yeah, that's true.
yeah, well, maybe not Spark the Everflame.
Yeah, no. Fuck that book.
Yeah. But I was mainly, my mind was thinking about the pacing in the middle.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to remember how a book like paces after a while. You know what I mean? Like I remember kind of thinking a few books might start slow. Like I remember thinking like Akatar, now that I like look back on it, it didn't start slow for me when I first read it. I was like in straight away. But then when I look back on it, I'm like, oh, like the second half of the book, I think about Under the Mountain.
Yeah.
Not like as much the first half of the book.
Yeah.
But then when I first read it, I was like, I'm still just straight in it.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's only other people saying that it started slow that makes me think that it starts slow. You know, when other people are like, oh, I just couldn't get into it because it started like just waiting for something to happen. I was like,
there's something happened on the first page.
Yeah. Like she kills the fucking wolf man. Like
but to a lot of people,
locked in.
Yeah, but to a lot of people, that's not like, okay, cool.
What has to happen? That's bigger than that. You know, I'm so confused.
What more do you want?
Yeah, we got a fucking mythical fairy world. She just killed a fucking wolf and skinned her alive.
And then she goes immediately.
And that's how it starts.
Yeah, and then immediately she goes through into the.
But it's slow.
Yeah,
and make it make sense.
Yeah, you've got to have your own. You got to make sure you keep your own thoughts with that because I'm the same. Same with the way that you read reviews. When I listen to other people, I'm like, oh yeah, it did start slow, and I'm like, no, fucking didn't.
Yeah,
I loved it.
You really got to guard your thoughts.
You do.
Man.
Yeah,
like it can be so
keep
easily
yourself.
So easily influenced.
Yeah,
I need to like read a book without reading reviews, and then
we said that.
Yeah, and then if I go to leave a review, don't look at any.
Yeah,
like
I agree.
Just have my own fucking thoughts.
Yes, I agree. We have to be consistent with that because I am notorious for being like, oh, that's a 4. And then I'll read the first page of reviews and people have given it a 2 and I'm like,
Well,
oh,
Goodreads
so
also has like the bad reviews up the top.
first, yeah.
First.
I don't know how we need to change that filter or something.
Yeah, like,
change
why?
it. Yeah, I agree.
It'll have like the 1-star review and then it'll have like the 5-star review. So you immediately get the fucking like as far left and as far right. And I go, whoa.
They should do an ad. They should put the averages.
Yeah.
The first page should be like the averages or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so you did get that one. Mm-hmm. Not on the first go, but you still got it.
I still got it.
Yeah.
Okay. My turn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna delete one sentence in this because it makes
Might
it
be too easy. Okay.
Sorry, I'm just making sure it's
Thinking.
okay. I was gushing out blood, sweat, and tears just reading this. I seriously need a cold shower to get my shit together. When I say this book stabbed my heart and slit my throat open, the attachment and love I have for character is like no other when I fucking tell you the way I would protect these characters and use my body as a human shield for them. I'm not joking right now. That ending, literally like a brick was thrown at my face. The author really wrote the most heart-sickening, heart-wrenching, emotionally destructive, sleep-terminating sentences and said, deal with it.
Oh, God, that's a hard one. That's a really hard one. So there's obviously the 2 main characters, which like we really love. I'm trying to think of the ones that I really love. Is it any of the Powerless trilogy? I have to give you an exact book.
Yeah.
Is it Powerless?
No.
Fuck. Is it Reckless?
No.
Fuck. Is it Powerful?
It's powerful.
Fuck. I knew immediately. I knew it was the Powerless thing, but I completely forgot about Adina and Mac. I completely forgot about them, but that makes so much sense because we literally were just talking about how we love them so much.
Yeah, the sentence I cut out was a novella with only 150 pages shouldn't have this much power
I would have known. Yeah, I would have known. I would have gotten that immediately. Yeah, I had a feeling it was the Powerless trilogy because the endings, the things said about the endings, and then the way with words or whatever it said.
Yeah.
That line about
people in their fucking reviews, hey, that wrote the most heart-sickening, heart-wrenching, emotionally destructive, sleep-terminating sentences and said deal with it.
Because again, I think she's such a brilliant. We've spoken. Yeah.
Bro, so the way that Peyton was like holding Adina and she had the stick through her heart and and then she like developed this whole thing about blood on her hands.
Yeah.
That was brutal.
Yeah.
That was really, really, really devastating.
I agree.
And true, 150 pages. It was literally fucking so devastating.
Yeah, but so good. Yeah, that's probably one of the only novellas that I've read and I've been like, you absolutely should read that.
Yeah.
Like some of them I don't recommend. What are some novellas that I don't recommend? I actually didn't read Assassin's Blade in Throne of Glass.
Yeah. I would definitely recommend people read it. I would my stance is first because I'm a chronological order kind of gal. And if you get to book 3 and there's like already so much that's going on, powers are developed, the story is developed, and then you immediately go back to like, you know, Selena Sadothian as a fucking assassin before she knew anything about anything.
Yeah, you're gonna be like,
I'm like, that would be a drag to me.
For sure.
But the way that Sarah J. Maas brought everything together, I think it adds an extra depth layer.
Right. Yeah.
It's not necessary.
Yeah.
But I think if you're gonna fucking do 8 books, you might as well do it.
Yeah, that's true, I guess. I don't know. I just was like, I don't care to read this. The Akatar one.
Not needed.
Yeah. Not needed. Such a waste of time, honestly, in my eyes.
It's just people, it's the boring part where everyone's just happy.
And you're like, fucking lame.
Yeah, Farah starts like a painting school with kids.
Fucking loser. Fucking loser. Give us something else. Give us the dick. Give us the headboard. Give us something.
Yeah, she's pregnant or she gets pregnant.
She did bring it back though with Nessa and Cassian, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, novellas. I'm like, ugh. I don't really think. I've read another one, the something Prince. That actually wasn't a bad novella, but most of the time I'm like, ugh, you don't really need them. But this one, loved it.
Yeah,
incredible.
Yeah.
Loved
I
it.
do hate going back in time. It really does my head.
Yeah.
Like when I finished Powerless and then when I started Powerful and I was like getting my bearings, I was like, oh, well, obviously I didn't even need to get my bearings because like,
Yeah.
yeah. Adina's dead in the first one and then she's alive in the second one. So I was like, okay.
Okay, I guess. Okay, so I get a point for that one.
Oh, yeah, true.
I mean, I got it on the third guess.
Yeah.
But it's a point nonetheless.
Yeah. Oh, well, what have you got so far? You got 1, 6 of Crows,
I got 6 of Crows.
Silver Flames.
I got the Silver Flame.
Yeah. Oh, so you've got all 3. Well.
Yeah. Okay, I don't think you'll get this one.
Oh, you're going to win this.
Yeah, I don't think you'll get this one. Sorry. This one is way too, I wasn't considerate of you when I was doing these.
That's
and
totally fine.
I'm really sorry. I will learn from my mistakes.
It's good. It's kind of like nice that we've got a balance.
Yeah. And I'm winning and you're not. I'm like, I like the balance. Yeah. Okay, this is my second last one. Very short.
Yeah.
Once again, you book talk people make me want to die.
Come on. Okay, you know what? The one clue you can give me with that, I guess, is would I feel the same way?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
You wouldn't feel the same way.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's also none of the other books that we've mentioned so far, like that you've had or me, obviously.
Yeah.
That's the 2 things that I'll give you.
Okay.
You book talk people make me want to die.
Haunting Adeline.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I feel like that's,
Yeah.
Because that's very book talk. Haunting Adeline's very book talk. It's very controversial.
Yes.
And it's very like,
there's a lot of stuff.
lacks plot. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
So we wouldn't agree, but I could see how other people would associate the 2.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I feel like when I read Haunting Adeline reviews, I was like, fuck, people hate.
It's mixed.
book.
It's you either love it.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Or you hate it.
Yeah.
Like there's no one typically that's like, oh, it's okay. It's like, I fucking hate this. I want to burn my eyes, or I love this. Give me more.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
I guessed a book on like 8 words, so that makes me happy.
Well done. That's it for you.
Yeah. I didn't even look. I went to like touch my Goodreads and like go to the page, and then I was like, nah, and it's fucking Haunting Adeline for sure.
You got that one. Good job.
Okay. All right. Well, I've got one more.
Go. And then I have one more as well.
I'm gonna pre-read to make sure it's not too easy.
Like, let me check this.
Yeah. Oh, which one was it? Oh yeah. Oh, you're gonna get this straight away.
You reckon? Go.
No. Yeah. Everything about this review is so
okay. Okay. Do you want me to do mine then for you, or do you want to do that one?
No, might as well do it.
All right. Go.
Yeah. A lot happened. A lot happened, but absolutely nothing happened at all. I was intrigued in the beginning and then dreadfully bored by the rest. The FMC is erratic. She makes decisions on a whim and then backtracks the minute she makes them. She'll make a huge decision and then decide not to follow through on the next page. She's so self-absorbed, yet she can't seem to be aware at all of what's happening to her. It's weird contradictions that were driving me fucking mad.
Is it the Everflame?
Yeah.
One?
Yeah.
Is it Spark or Glow?
Spark, yeah.
Spark, yeah.
Everflame, yeah.
Yeah, that was painfully
Straight up.
painfully obvious because we felt the exact fucking same way.
Yeah. Oh, we need to find the balance. I'm a little less obvious and you're a little more obvious.
Yeah. Well, I've got
actually, I feel like yours I've done because I've got half, so it's not too bad.
Yeah. I feel like, mine have been definitely harder than yours, but I've still tried, like the ones that you might not have gotten was like the shorter ones, I think, right? Like this was the most boring, dumbest fucking shit I've ever read in my life. Yeah. I mean, how are you supposed to get that one?
So true.
Okay, the last one that I have for you, I don't know if you'll get this one. You might. I'll read it and we'll see. We'll see. I'll just read it. Okay, so they say, perfection. I am in awe and weeping. My remnants of a heart are full. I was scared that this last book, though whatever course it took, might diminish my love for the series, but God, was I wrong. It's a thing of beauty, satisfying and heartbreaking in all of the right ways. It's bittersweet.
Oh, it's... Okay, it's either one of 2 books that I've got in my mind, I think.
Okay, we got 3 guesses.
So it's not one that you've done. What's the last book, Throne of Glass?
Let me check.
Kingdom of Ash.
You're right.
Yeah, fucking oath. Bro, Kingdom of Ash is fucking
I forget what order they're
literally
going.
beautifully devastating.
What a beautiful review, by the way.
Yeah.
But like some
I felt that immediately. Like as she was saying it, I was like,
back.
it has to be. Yeah.
Brought you back, yeah.
Because I was kind of like, oh, is it Court of Silver Flames? I'm like, nah, because that's like heaps porny. And I'm like, it depends if you like Nesta's story or not.
But I wouldn't
but
write
it's not
that.
beautifully devastating.
No.
But Kingdom of Ash is fucking soul ripping.
Yeah.
So insane. Oh my God, I want to cry just thinking about it.
Yeah. Oh, I want to see, the thing with me is like, I've been saying for ages, maybe it's like a year and a half, I want to reread ACOTAR and I want to reread Throne of Glass because I feel like I've said, we've done episodes on it. I don't remember any of what's happened because I've read so many books.
Yeah.
But I want to reread them and like experience that again for the same time. But like I've got so many books on my TBR list. I'm going to go commit to reread 7, 8, 9, 10, like 12 books.
Yeah.
13 books. I'm going to commit to rereading all 13 of those books.
Yeah.
And then that's going to take me ages. Yeah. And then, you know what I mean? But I would love to reread
It's hard to like commit to, even series. Like people like, oh, I'm rewatching Game of Thrones. I'm like, bro, to commit to like that amount of time for a story you already kind of know, but you don't because the stories are so in depth that you do forget so much.
100%.
But also it's still like, I don't know, it's never going to be the same as the first time, but it still would be fucking epic.
Yeah.
It'd still be beautiful.
100%. I would love to reread them again, but I won't. But yeah, Throne of Glass, I feel like I won't.
Maybe like, I think maybe like 10 years down the track.
Yeah,
you know
of course, but not right now, not when we're in our reading era. And I'm like, there's still so much stuff to read.
Yeah.
But Throne of Glass, I think I would have a way different appreciation for as well. I think when I read Throne of Glass, it was straight off the back of ACOTAR, obviously. And I feel like they're two completely different series, like in so many ways. But I think I was on such a high from ACOTAR and like the sex and the porn, everything like that. And that sort of storyline that I was like, doesn't really compare in Throne of Glass. And I think I was wanting more of what ACOTAR was rather than appreciating what Throne of Glass was.
Same. You know what I mean? So similar because I read ACOTAR Fourth Wing and then Throne of Glass. Yeah. And because Throne of Glass is a bit more of like a slow burn and it was not similar to those two.
No.
That it was
it's
like
8 books, like
yeah. And it wasn't like I feel like both ACOTAR and Fourth Wing are like that little bit more like not teenage.
Yeah, but young adult sort of vibe. They move a bit quicker. Yeah. They got the sex in there. They got the laughs. They got the fuck me eyes.
Yeah.
Whereas Throne of Glass is all about the connection between Rowan and Aelin, like they're, or whatever you want to call her. But like it's not about like the sex because you don't get that. We're not reading about the sex. They skip the fucking chapter. You turn the page and it's gone.
Yeah, but also Rowan doesn't even come into like book 4.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, it's her, like it's the plot is so in depth.
100%.
And the story is so in depth and the heartbreaks in it are so in depth. And then you get Manon's story where you kind of like every time Manon came into Throne of Glass, I was like, oh, go away. Like the switch. And then you end up end up thriving off it. It's a very like a lot of people say the same thing. Like there was even a TikTok that I saw that was like someone with the Throne of Glass books. It was like reading about coming into this stupid witches chapter again and like, you know, being like, what the fuck and like whatever else. And then it was like book 4 and it's just like absolutely thriving off of her story. Yeah. So her character development is insane. Yeah. And it's just an epic fucking story, man.
Yeah, I would love to reread that. We should reread that in 10 years' time.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah.
Well, that's all of my books that I've got. I think you did pretty well. You got 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
That's pretty good considering I feel like they were like hard.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you got 4 out of 4.
Woohoo. We did pretty well on that.
I think so. That was fun.
Yeah, that was a good little episode. I didn't think you'd get many of them, to be honest.
I'm pretty proud of myself.
Yeah.
Especially the fucking 8-word Haunting Outline one. I'm like, that just, I was like, I was like, I'm going to need Goodreads for this. And I was like, no, actually, I totally know what that one is.
Yeah, 100%.
Epic. We didn't do a line of the week.
No, we didn't do a line of the week, guys. Sorry. We're just getting straight into these lately. We haven't been doing the line of the weeks. It's also hard when we're not doing a book review because it's like, what book are we picking?
Maybe line of the weeks for book reviews.
I feel like we should maybe keep it to book reviews only. Otherwise it gets a little, what if we do a book review or like I pick a line from a book that you haven't read yet or like, you know what I mean? It's a bit hard for the ones that we're not doing book review episodes on. So maybe we'll change that to just do when we're doing a book review. which is like once or twice a month or whatever.
I think that's a good plan. Working out the podcast logistics with you.
Yeah, you guys listening. This is our planning session. This is our brain dump. This is us planning what we're going to be doing. Thanks for listening, guys. But yeah.
One thing I would say is if anyone has a suggestion of a similar story to Six of Crows that Tori and I can read, something that's not like necessarily, because I think Six of Crows, because you have first person and third person, right?
Yeah.
First person being like you're reading from Feyre's point of view, or you're reading from the main character's point of view.
Yeah.
Six of Crows wasn't from anyone's point of view. That was from like bird's eye third person view, and every character was just kind of like Kaz was main character vibes, but there was like 5 main characters. You know what I mean?
Which is what I think helped contribute to that. Oh, there's not one main character, and everybody felt like a main character.
Yeah, it's refreshing.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Refreshing. Yeah, I don't think I can read too many books in a row of like dominant female energy, although I love it and I'm very much for that like female empowerment vibes. I think I need like a bit of balance. I'm a very like, I like masculine and feminine energy both in balance. You know what I mean? But nonetheless, I think, if anyone has a review or like a book that is going to be similar to vibes to Six of Crows, that is, I guess, third person or like a balance. Yeah. I don't know, whatever.
Give us your recommendations. If they're shit, I'll tell you. Just letting you know.
Tori will let you know.
I will let you know if they're shit, so it better be a good recommendation. But yeah, would love...
Book reads review will be, can't believe someone looked me in the eye
and recommended this to me. Yeah, but I agree. I think it would be really good if we could find another book like that, because that was really refreshing.
I'm going to scare people off.
I promise, guys. Sal will give you a nice review. Sal will tell you that she loves it, even if maybe she doesn't. But I will be too critical.
I think I have loved most of them.
Yes, you've had a good run so far.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, we'll wrap it up there. And then we'll get into our next episodes.
Perfect. See you in the next episode, guys.